Yo, what's up guys? We're back with another video today, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some of the biggest fights that the UFC has to make or will make next year. Because obviously we're at the end of the year, so they can't really. Now, some of these fights are like, or at least one of these fights will probably not be pay-per-view. It'll probably be a fight night. And I think you guys may have a good guess on that. But without further ado, let's get into the first big fight. Alright, now the first big fight we have here. Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. Now, you also see that I have pay-per-view guess. I don't think this is how much they'll make, like, by themselves. I'm just assuming if they have a decent card or, like, some other names on, like, event. But in general, I do think this is how much these guys would sell on their own. Like, I would love this fight. Now, if I had to make a guess on when this fight would happen, it would probably be at the end of the year, because Islam's got to fight Armin, Ilya's going to have to fight Volk, and maybe Diego Lopez if Topuria wants to stay active. But realistically, I don't want Ilya and Diego. Give me this fight, man. This is literally like fight of the year written all over it. Like Islam is a great striker. He's a good boxer. He's a good jiu-jitsu guy. Same with Topuria. Like, better boxer, knockout power, not as great as jiu-jitsu. So it's very even, and I don't know who to pick for this fight, man. Like, this is like such a mega fight right here. This is literally Conor and Khabib 2.0. Maybe they wouldn't want to do that because of all the stuff that's been going on with McGregor right now. I'm not gonna get into that, but this, like, they have to, man. They have, like, Dana White's gotta know that this has the dollar signs written all over it, man. Like, all over it with this one. Now, we have another one with Islam, but this time it's with Oliveira. Now, this is obviously me assuming that if Islam beats Armin, which I do think he's going to, but I feel like I don't think this is a bigger one than Topuria. I don't think so. But I feel like this is still a big enough draw to get people so excited. People love Oliveira. Like, Islam's a big star. Like, both of these guys, I would argue, are the biggest stars in their division. I would say so. Maybe Dustin Poirier's bigger than Oliveira to, like, the casuals, but if it were it'd be like just like barely. Like, I feel like Poirier and Oliveira are kind of similar when it comes to star power. I just think Oliveira's a bit higher. But like, I would assume this fight would probably be like, this is what I think. If they can't do Islam and Topuria this year, they're probably gonna go for this option. This is plan B. If plan A with Topuria and Islam doesn't work, they're gonna go with Islam and Oliveira, because I feel like they also know that this one, while not as big as like Islam and Topuria, it's still bigger than like most of the pay-per-views that are gonna be like next year. Like, let's be real. And if I had to make a guess how much this would sell, probably like 5K. Like, I know the UFC, they don't show the numbers, but I mean, I feel we can judge based on like the pay-per-views we've had before. Like, Usman and Masvidal on a short notice did like 1.2 or 1 million pay-per-views. I feel like this could reasonably make this like half of that, I feel. Like, honestly. Now we have a little bit of an underrated one right here. Right? Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. I feel like this would be massive. Bit bigger than Islam and Khamzat, or Islam and Oliveira, sorry guys. And if they can get, and I feel like I have no clue when this is gonna happen. If they can get this one on the Australian card, it might get more pay-per-views, honestly, because of just like how recent Khamzat just fought Robert Whittaker and how little damage he took. They could honestly get him to fight in Australia. That is, if he can get his visas or whatnot. But if it can happen in February, maybe like after Ramadan, because I don't know, man. I don't know when this fight would happen. Like, it's either going to be at the beginning of next year or the end of next year. No in between, because you have Ramadan, which takes up a decent chunk of the year. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like, but if I had to say, please make this in like February, put this on the Australian card, man. This is so exciting. We don't want to, like, listen, Sean Strickland, does Sean Strickland deserve it more than Khamzat? That's debatable. I would probably say Strickland because he had a close fight with Dricus. He also got a win, and he kind of deserves it more. But like, come on, man, Khamzat's so exciting, man. He beat Robert Whittaker in like the first round. Who does that to Robert Whittaker? Dricus finished him like the second round. Khamzat did in the first round, man. Like, nobody does that to Robert Whittaker. Nobody. I sound like Dana White right now, but you get the point. You guys get the point. They have to make this. Like, please make this on. Put this on the Australian card. Please. Please, Dana, I beg you. Hanato Moicano versus Paddy Pimblett. Now, you notice that this one doesn't have a pay-per-view guess. Probably, let's be real, I don't think this is going to be on a pay-per-view. If it were, it'd probably be co-main, but this is not like pay-per-view, like main event worthy material right here. But it is fight night worthy material. And if I had to guess, because the UFC recently, they announced, or a while ago, really, I mean, I feel like we've all heard about it. They announced, that they're going to go to London or Manchester. I think I'm 99% sure it was Manchester in March. This is literally the perfect fight right here. Book this as the main event. Do, like this is such a good one. Both of these guys trash talk. Both of these guys are such good grapplers. This is such a high level, like underrated fight right here. This is such a good fight. And honestly, if they can't put this on the UK like fight night card, fine. But hear me out. I've seen some people say this: make an Ultimate Fighter show, or do something like build this fight up. Don't just like do a weigh-in stuff. You have to build this fight up. These guys are trash talkers. These guys will build up a fight. Please do something. Like, do a face-off, like an early face-off. Like, I know they did it with, what was it? Masvidal and Darren Till. Like, they did it a week before. And it was a fight night card also. Do the same thing here. This literally can build. The winner of this can become a big star in the lightweight division. If Paddy Pimblett wins, that's literally, like, Dana White's biggest dream right there. You have a ginormous star from the UK, and he's still young. Like, if we can't get this in, like, March, fair enough, but please, like, do something to promote this one, because this is such a, like, massive, underrated one right here. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. This one may shock some people, but I feel like I've said this for a while now, or I haven't said it on the channel, but I've thought about this for a while, since, like, Alex beat Yuri. This is basically, like, if Islam and Oliveira fought in, like, light heavyweight. It's the same thing. Oliveira and Pereira from Brazil, Magomed and Islam are from Dagestan. It's literally the same thing, just in light heavyweight, guys. Like, I don't think this is going to be as big as those two, but this is such a big one. I feel like I have this one, like, low, like for, like, 400, what was it, Jesus, I can't, it's the numbers on the screen, guys. If, it could go higher, honestly, it really could, but I don't think it's gonna be that high. I think it's gonna be one of those low ones. We'll see, though, we'll see what the internet says about this fight when it gets announced. Hopefully, please, Dana, don't give us, like, Carlos Uberg versus Alex Pereira or something like that. Please give us this one. This is, like, a big fight right here. But we'll see. I feel like this is a big, underrated, like pay-per-view, like, rivalry or just big fight next year. but possibly the biggest fight of like 2025, in my opinion, John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Before Jones versus Stipe happened, I would have said Islam into Poirier was. After that, because of how many people were like questioning John Jones, asking why aren't you fighting Tom Aspinall, yada yada, and everyone kind of like, I feel like Tom Aspinall, I feel like got more popular after like 309 than he did when he actually fought Curtis Blaze back in like the 304. Am I crazy? Am I crazy saying that? Honestly, I feel like he got way more popular by not even fighting. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy to think about. But like, I feel like, I really hope, Dana, please give John Jones like $100 million. Doesn't matter. Make him fight Tom Aspinall. This is literally, I think this is the biggest fight you can make next year. Honestly, I really do. Because, like, the rivalries there, the beef between, well, not really beef. Tom really doesn't have beef with him, but Jones has beef with him, I guess. He says he's a jerk. I don't get that. Like, but he's doing a good job, like, trolling the fans, messing with them. He changed his profile to, like, a duck picture after he won against Stipe. But please, we need this one. And if I had to make a guess, like, when this one happened, probably gonna happen like July or something. You know what they might do? They might put this on the international fight card, because that's a big event. That's a big like time when it comes to like fighting in America. I feel like they might do that, honestly. Like, but we'll see. But guys, that is it. That is my ideas and hopefully fights that happen in 2025 as far as like the biggest fights you can make. And that is it for me. I will see you in the next video. Peace!